Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co chart of the day. Over to the equities, and starting with the S&P 500 on the top left hand corner and a black body candle, so net momentum favouring the sellers as opposed to the buyers for the previous day's trading. Previous day the buyers were able to achieve a new major high, 25.82. For today, net momentum, and the sellers just attempting to take control, closing around the midpoint level and suggesting that they haven't really taken strong control. This is a potential bearish harami pattern where we have the body of the current candle within the body of the previous body candle, and as always looking for confirmation of a change of trend. In terms of Ichimoku, a bull market in all three timeframes, the market trading above the Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen and the Ichimoku cloud, supported by the Chikou span. On any retracement here, we will be looking for support to come in around the Tenkan-sen, trading at 2563. Any strong bearish breakout down below that Tenkan-sen could see a move down to the Kijun-sen at 2535. Moving over next to the Dow 30. In the Dow 30, a black body candle and a confirmed change of trend here with a lower high and a lower low on this current candle. Sellers in control on this candle as well, as opposed to the buyers from the previous day's trading. But if we look in the prior 2 days, very small body trading, suggesting net momentum was very weak to the upside. Today, a bit stronger to the downside, and suggesting we could see this trend develop further. Potential for strong support to come in at the Tenkan-sen indicator, trading at 23268. But as with the S&P, a bull market in all three timeframes, supported by the Chikou span, just looking a little overextended in depth above the Ichimoku cloud. So a retracement would be quite healthy for this market. One thing to note here is that we do have a flat Kijun-sen, and price action was initially attracted back towards that flat Kijun-sen, but then we saw the sellers lose some strength. So not too sure about the strength of the sellers and the ability to retrace back towards that Tenkan-sen. And all through this period over the last week, we didn't see the market even touching the Tenkan-sen. So it does suggest that the buyers may still be the stronger party, although with the sellers attempting to come into the market today, we could see a test down to that Tenkan-sen, and that will be an important benchmark moving forward for any downside. And over to the Nasdaq 100, and this is where the action has been. Previously we had that strong bullish breakout. The follow through hasn't been great. We don't expect that after we see these extreme trading days where we had this large gap up and a very large true range here. Small body candle with the buyers failing to continue with control. Price rejection up at the major high 6250 has been moderately strong. So there is potential for a change of trend to the downside off the back of this net momentum lacking, but still not convinced that we will see that. We will be looking for confirmation of a lower high and lower low before we see any downside in the market, testing down towards the Tenkan-sen, where we will be looking for support at 6131. As with the other indices, a bull market in all three timeframes. Not as overextended in depth above the Ichimoku cloud, but a little overextended in depth above the Tenkan-sen. So an attempted retracement wouldn't surprise, but looking for some strong support at that Tenkan-sen. And combined with it being around that previous swing high, it could be a very important area for this market. And then over to the laggard here, and the Russell 2000 is now lagging the other equities markets. It was leading at one stage about 2 weeks ago, and a strong bull market, but then the market has over the last couple of weeks retraced back very close to the Kijun-sen indicator. On multiple occasions we've been hovering above and below the Tenkan-sen, denoting that in around that short-term time frame we have had some indecision, and today's candle, however, has been the strongest that we've seen for some time for the sellers, and suggesting we could see the market test down towards that Kijun-sen indicator around 1480, 1479, where we will be looking for strong support to come in. We do have a short-term bear market here, once again just closing down below that Tenkan-sen, but still remaining bullish in the longer-term and medium-term time frame. Interestingly, as we move into the week, the Kijun-sen moves significantly higher, and it will weaken the urgency for a retracement. So if we don't see a strong retracement in the market getting through that Kijun-sen early in the week, then the urgency for it to do so will be weaker as we move into the latter part of the week.